only one winner will be crowned. A very good and warm welcome to you at home. I'm coming to you live from the Ladie Stadium. This World Cup training stadium certainly is the host, and we will also have some fixtures at the Chatsworth Stadium, but certainly this is where all the action is coming from. So it's all about Group B. We did say that they only have 3 teams, and it is Green Buffaloes as well as Black Rhinos that will be in action today. And then, of course, Tura Magic from Nigeria will be in action on Sunday. So plenty of action here at the COSAFA Women's Champions League. Certainly these qualifiers are permutations are all I can use to describe all the feelings going through the 7 camps that are here in Durban. Well, this is what transpired yesterday in the Group A action. The double action ladies drawing all 3 points, and then Mamelodi Sundowns as well, a big hammering of Lesotho Defence Force and 9 goals scored in the opening Group A encounter. And then we did say that Green Buffaloes as well as Black Rhinos are the teams that are in contention today. So if you're wondering why Durban is the host nation for this inaugural tournament, well, check this video out. But just before that, let me just tell you about my A team. It is, of course, none other than Gloria Brown, who's going to take you through the game that is certainly going to be game-changing for Group B.
I'm ready to explore KZN again, cruising along the banks of St. Lucia with the hippos.
Hey Gail, 5-star resorts and spas on Nottingham Road, KZN Midlands. Here we come.
I'm getting all pumped up in my 4x4 up Sani Pass.
We are so looking to the KZN skies with some hot air balloon action overlooking Giant's Castle. What could be better?
Sengiyazibona, waved, riding off into the sunset for a safari adventure with the Big 5 at Hluhluwe Mfolozi Park, especially to see the Rhino.
KZN is yours to discover.
See it. Believe it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Ladie Stadium out at Umlazi. This is our live coverage of Group B. Today's fixture is Green Buffaloes from Zambia. They are up against Black Rhinos Queens from Zimbabwe. When we look at the weather, there's a strong southeasterly wind, as we can see those flags telling the story, and this certainly would be contributing factor to the outcome of today's match. However, we have 2 teams that are being unveiled in this particular tournament who love to put the ball down onto the ground. They enjoy knocking it about, so the weather conditions will certainly be in their favor. However, when you look at the pitch, that is very, very well prepared. We got to give a thumbs up. That is to the people in charge who made sure they prepared this beautiful pitch for what lies ahead. Green Buffaloes, who hail from Zimbabwe, have been a powerhouse in the Zambian territory, and we're looking at Black Rhinos, who has been a huge force in Zimbabwe. The teams are taking their photos before we get underway. Beautifully kitted in red and white are the Black Rhino Queens from Zimbabwe, and here are Green Buffaloes, one of the seeded teams in the tournament, together with South Africa, getting ready for the cameras and making sure they get to those formalities out of the way. As we have a look at the team sheet, it's Aisha Mbwana and Esther Chamana, Judith Zulu and Maylin Mulenga are in the lineup for Green Buffaloes. And when we look at the Black Rhinos, it's Precious Mudiwa in goal. You've got Agnes Tumbari as well as Talent Mandaza, the captain of the side. Rutendo Makore is up front and expected to bang in those goals. Let's have a look at the officials. Lady in charge, Itumeleng Beauty. That is, she hails from Botswana, very experienced referee for the day. She very dynamite, however, they say dynamites come in small packages. A no-nonsense referee. Siya Bonginkosi Nkumalo from Eswatini and Elizabeth Sichanga of Malawi. That's Coach Carol Kanyemba of Buffaloes. She has been part of the team for many years. She says, I can't even remember. Gets the team into a huddle and yes, making sure divine intervention comes through this afternoon and getting them over the line. A very, very young team indeed put forward by Coach Carol Kanyemba. Here is Coach Kuda Matui from Zimbabwe, a youth coach who comes into the side, brought in with great caliber, and that's due to his input in the youth structures of football in Zimbabwe, brought out to help the Black Rhinos. It is all systems go here at the Kings Ladie Stadium for this wonderful tournament that lies ahead. Day 3, and we're talking about Group B. Group B, which comprises of the 2 teams, as well as Dura Magic from Namibia. Group A gave us 9 goals yesterday, and that was between double action of Botswana and Manzini Wanderers of Eswatini, 3-0. Mamelodi Sundowns and Defence Force of Lesotho, they were winners by 6-0. As we have a look at the 2 instrumental players who are key to any fixture, your goalkeepers who will make sure that they protect the goal with everything that they have. And if they do that and keep a clean sheet, then it's either a draw that we can expect from this match. Precious Mudiwa, 23 years of age, and very, very useful in goal, having conceded only 5 goals in 17 matches. We're talking about Precious Mudiwa of Black Rhinos. We're all ready to rumble and waiting for referee Metiha of Botswana, Beauty to be precise. She can get us underway in this particular match. First match of Group B, and we get started. It is the Black Rhinos in the red and white that are to get us going in this encounter. Much expectations from Green Buffalo, a team that is sponsored by the Army, arriving in an Army jet days before the competition. Here they are, sending early warning signs, which is to put pressure on the respective opposition. They come into this match with a 4-3-3 formation. That is Green Buffaloes. That means they have very, very attacking players who have the freedom to roam. They also have the pace of Esther and Mulenga on the left and the right hand side, which will be very problematic defensively for Chibanda and Tumbare and Mandala in the center back roles. You're looking at a Black Rhinos. They come in with a very, very simple 4-4-2 formation. However, one of the strikers, Nichamba, could drop deep into the middle if necessary to add those numbers and pack the midfield and try and counter. That is Green Buffaloes. Precious Mudiwa, starting from the back, seems to be the order of the tournament thus far, where goalkeepers are very patient in the build-up, allowing players to get a touch, an early touch to get the nerves away, and immediately one looks at referee Mechiga and looks at how she will be protecting the players. That ball in the air, you can see the struggle, either being helped on or blown away, depending on who's playing with the wind and who's playing against the wind. They need to capitalize on that particular advantage. Throw in. It's Martha Tembo. Hacked away by Agnes Tumbare. Comfortably in the middle of the park. It's a long ball, and searching for it is Esther Chama. Coach giving instructions just out of your picture to say, put the ball down. And I agree with him. It's very difficult to get the flight of this ball, especially when you're playing against the wind. That ball allowed to roll out for a goal kick. Aisha Mbwana, the 28-year-old, born in Kalushi. She also played football for Lissa Girls and Kalushi Blue Angels out in Zambia. Here's the nimble and nippy player of Musasa, Piri. Watch out for Judith Zulu. Equalazite, where she comes from. But yeah, I think if you're looking at Agnes Tumbare, who's very strong in the air, she'll be instrumental in her defensive duty. That is Agnes Tumbare. They call her Eggy. So we'll see how Eggy copes in this match. Born in Mashringo. Packed away. Anyway, we'll do for now. Still trying to get the rhythm and figure out and get some sort of comfort and composure on the ball. Lovely to see the puff and pass between the players. Last touch coming off a red jersey. Patience Mujuru. Just getting the last touch. Patience Mujuru. Her husband plays football as well, so we're talking about a footballing family. Mujuru. In the household, there's no complaints when the remote is on the channel, the soccer channel. There's harmony in that home, one of a kind. Here is Rhinos and a strike that goes just waywardly. Not to worry, Aisha Mwana. Aisha with 57 caps for a club. She has been called into the national team, and it's a goalkeeper who actually has goals. Interesting. Here's a chance for Rhinos, playing it backwards instead. Noticing that they don't have the numbers going forward, then forced to go backward to try and start all over again, sending it out to the right-hand side. And that is where Mary Joy Nyaume is operating. But again, you've got Martha Tembo, the 23-year-old from Lusaka. They call her the Terminator. So we're going to be watching some very, very interesting battles, if anything to go according to the nicknames. Terminator. So she stops basically every move that comes her way. Throw in. Black Rhinos. Forced back towards Mary Joy. Oh, and a mistake in that defense and a strike. A snapshot by Rutendo Makore. Very, very skillful is Rutendo Makore. You don't need to give her that much room, especially in that part of the field. 29-year-old Rutendo. Football is back in Zimbabwe after 1.5 years absence due to the pandemic. And when you're looking in Zambia, look no further. There's been quite a bit of activity. Majority of the teams having played 18 matches. Sitting on the summit of the Zambian senior team is Zesco Ndola Girls, and they are on top of the log after 18 matches with 42 points. Our very own Green Buffaloes, who have graced this tournament, are currently in 5th position, and that is having played 10 matches. And we can look at that and say they've got a lot of catching up to do. Even though they've played 10 matches, they're sitting with 25 points. They've had a number of their players participate in the recent Tokyo Olympic Games. And when that happens, 3 or more players, your fixtures are halted because it is looked at as a disadvantage, a much weakened side. Hence, the fixtures will be held back. Christabel Katona. There's Christabel Katona. She got the last touch. That's a throw in for the Buffaloes. A little overzealous by Nomakosi Mpofu. Nomakosi Mpofu. They call her charisma. Oh, the hairstyle tells the story. She's nicely kitted with the tights. So you have some beautiful nicknames. Black Rhinos so far looking very evenly balanced. Yes, Charisma. Mpofu. Throw in. Nomakos. They need to get the numbers. If that ball, it was pretty dangerous on the blind side. Consilia Madonza was actually waiting for the supply, and a few seconds later, that allowed the defense of Green Buffaloes to make sure that get back into position and snuff out that opportunity. They were outnumbered, and if you see the position, Rudo Neshamba had an opportunity to just pick her head up and lay that crossover for an oncoming Rudo Makori. Wasn't to be, but they've got a corner to rectify that and probably make use of the advanced position. Keeper comes out, she gets a flop, and skidding off the right boot of Nomakosi Mpofu. Green Buffaloes keeping possession, at the moment forced backwards, and very domineering Rutendo Makore. 29-year-old, very much experienced is Rutendo. So far just putting on the pressure. Rutendo on the ball. Charisma. It goes all the way back to talent Mandaza. Mandaza brings in her goalkeeper, Precious Mudai. Away. Wanting to use the pace. But ahead of her is Memory Nakala. Playing the 1-2, and Lubasi Pumulo was available, but good defensive work again by Nomakosi Mpofu to just stop that attack. Nomakosi going in with everything that she has, as Judith Zulu learns the hard way. They call her Zide. Judith Zulu. It's a long ball. It's in the air. Intercepted by the Black Rhinos. All the way backwards. Buffaloes forced all the way back. And defensively showing some good structure. Pressure. Christabel Katona. Born out in Makonde, a place they call Makonde. Some beautiful hairstyles out there on display. Windy conditions making it very difficult. And Eunice Chibanda takes a throw in for the Rhinos. Lovely turn by the Rhinos. Green Buffaloes are being forced backwards. And one could look at that and say the weather also. Here's a chance coming from deep is Lubasi on the blind side. They had the numbers, but equally good in their defending. Showing some good control. Rutendo Makore. Makore keeping possession. Trying to release Consilia Madonza. Green Buffaloes on the ball. Still trying to find their rhythm. Judith Zulu comes out to the left-hand side and does find Eunice Chibanda instead. Buffaloes, it's a long ball, trying to get over the top and bridge the defense. The speed of Lubasi Pumulo certainly will cause some concerns, but Agnes is looking very organized defensively, limping off. Tumbaro trying to shake off. Here's a Precious Mundiwa, 23-year-old in goal. It's a short corner. Lubasi Pumulo plays it out and on the edge of the box. Hacked away. Judith Zulu was a little too slow. Needs to get a little bit more information from her teammates. A second or two is one too many for defenders, especially if you are in attack. 1-2. Consilia Madonza giving chase, and does she keep it in play? Well, just to share with you, we do have a few technical issues, which are currently being rectified. We'll certainly be giving you the graphics to see where we are and what we're about when you're looking at possession, when you're looking at corner counts. That information, absolutely crucial. But I can assure you, it's been worked on and we should be able to assist in a few minutes. Here we go, already on the top right corner. That is what is important to you. The scoreline reading 0-0 at the stage after 12 minutes. Buffaloes are in green, Rhinos are in red if you are joining us. It's been a very, very evenly matched game thus far. The last touch coming off a red jersey. It's Agnes Tumbare. Agnes Tumbare. She's seeing a lot of the ball as Agnes. Agnes Tumbare. A commentator's dream when you have a kit that has wonderfully printed numbers. You don't need to second guess the player. Rutendo Makori on the ball. Have a look at this. It's Consilia Madonza. And keeper Aisha Mbwana does exceptionally well. It's a throw-in for the Rhinos. Throw-in for the Rhinos. Look at that speed, look at that pace, look at that vision. Consilia, she just needed to clip it over the keeper and we could be getting the opening goal of Group B, which just has 3 teams. So it's 7 teams in this tournament in total. What a pleasure it would be. I can't wait for the moment when we have all 14 teams gracing this occasion. Goalkeeper Mwamba just organizing a defense. She seems very vocal, she seems very commanding, and rightfully so. For any goalkeeper, you gotta be authoritative. 3 corners in this match. Rhinos benefiting a little more, and that corner taken. Header away on the edge of the box. A bit of communication helped. Terminator making sure that she sends that forward. She doesn't want to be caught napping. Forced backward is Christabella Katona. Keeper comes out with calm as well and releases Agnes Tumbare. Tumbare has Consilia Madonza. Madonza forced into the midfield. She's pickpocketed. You know, in the towns of KwaZulu-Natal, they call that smash and grab. So here we are as the Buffaloes will try and pick at you and continue to nibble at you. They are patient. They're unfazed. Terminator looking for the runner off the ball. Into no man's land. Keeper comes out very quickly. She's out of a box and definitely yellow card. Referee is spot on with the action. A hand went up immediately as Itumeleng spotted the keeper. Oh, you know, when you talk about taking one for the team, we talk about that. The keeper comes out, a momentum carrying her out of the box. Yeah, Precious Mundiwa. Free kick for Green Buffaloes. They've got a 3-man wall. Love this referee, giving a bit of a lesson to make sure the players understand what is expected of them. Meticha. Keeper. Oh, made to look easy. Made to look simple. Doesn't the keeper make it look simple? Agnes Piri. Goalkeeper brought in. Agnes Musase bringing in the goalkeeper. Terminator's available out to the left-hand side. She calls for it, she receives it. Joanne Benai. Buffaloes. Oh, onside. Where is she? Here's the moment that one is waiting for. Lumbasi. And the flag goes up. Elizabeth Sichinga. And Sipiwa Ngosi. Oh, beautiful name. Siphiwa Nkosi Nxumalo. First offside of the match for Green Buffaloes. One thing that you will find in women's football, we don't have actors, definitely not. They get on with the business, technically solid. I can go on, and I can assure you, my director is loving it. Throw in. Concelia Madonza giving a few instructions to her teammates. That's when you need 11 captains on the field. Rhinos. Nomakosi. You're seeing a lot of the ball. Flag stays down. And Aisha Mbwana. This allows a team to get back into position. So we have a look at Christabel Katona. Very young Christabel Katona. She's 22. She's the youngest player in the side of Rhinos. Christabel Katona. She's 22 years of age. The second youngest player is the goalkeeper, Precious Mudiwa. We have a veteran on the side. 36-year-old Eunice Chibanda. That's number 7 of Black Rhinos. You know, when you look after yourself as a player, your body will carry you. Talking about Eunice Chibanda. Availability. Oh, here's an opportunity for Green Buffaloes. Malin. Oh, brave defending. Brave defending by Patience Majuru. Luckily that pass in the middle of the defense, and just ahead of a Patience Majuru, made sure Malin Mulenga. Oh, that's got a lovely rhyme to it, Malin Mulenga. And it's Malin again on the ball, grass cutter. Keeper followed it right up to the end, smothering it, getting a body behind it, and just making sure that there's no spillages. However, even if she had one, we're not seeing the players put the pressure on the strike, because you've got to anticipate a goalkeeper making a mistake. Patience Manjuru. In the air. Falls kindly. Concelia Madonza benefiting from the header. Oh, look at that. You can't fault effort. 100%. Agnes Musase. Referee spotting the offside. Siphiwa Nkosi Nxumalo just putting up that flag very quickly. Aren't they energetic? Quickly intercepted. Oh, that was a strong challenge. But good to see she got up very quickly to dust herself and get back into the action. Agnes Musase, the 24-year-old, they call her Puyol. If you're a Barcelona fan, you'll know who Puyol is. If you're a Barcelona fan. But yeah, let's see, if anything to go by, then we are in for an interesting afternoon. It's a throw-in for the Rhinos, shared between Mary Jane and Nomakosi Mpofu. And that just going over the line. But referee Suchinga had her flag up very, very quickly. As the Green Buffaloes referee wanting that to be taken at the exact spot. That is a discipline we talk about. When you look at Itumeleng, she is one of the, being a teacher, you can see the behavior of the referee. She makes sure you understand the instructions very clearly. Looking at the action, snapshot, and over the top, and that just goes all the way, allowing goalkeeper to take a bit of time. Christabel, they call her Junior. Surname Katona. She's representing the Makonde region out in Zimbabwe. They need to get the numbers up front. They need to get the numbers going forward as Green Buffaloes in terms of their transitional play. It's not quick enough, giving an opportunity for the Black Rhinos to organize themselves. They look very structured defensively, certainly disciplined, finding the spaces. Look at that with ease. However, needing to go more forward. Mistake made, but then a little bit of a nibble by Teresa Chewe. Referee quickly to blow her whistle. Chewe. He said, you've got to stop the attack from way up. Nomakosi Mpofu, understanding that as one looks at Malin Mulenga, who is making sure that Chewe doesn't have too much of problems on the park. Patience Mujuru. And another free kick for the Rhinos. And you know, the goalkeeper was whispering as we have a look at showing good strength and making sure she plays with her back to goal, hoping that there will be a benefit from a run on the left or the right hand side. Rutendo Makori wins a free kick. And here is referee Aisha Mbwania. Let's see who's over the ball. Nomakosi with a strong boot, two-man wall into the hands. Keeper off the woodwork. Does she finish it off? And even if she did, the offside flag went off immediately. And that is Elizabeth Chinga, all the way from Muzuzu City. And she also attended at the Lilongwe Technical College. But that was an early warning sign. Rudo Neshamba. They call a guru. So you'll decide when they call someone a guru, you will know why they call them a guru. So I'll leave that to you. But yeah, interesting stuff. Absolutely wonderful stuff from Black Rhinos. I'm sure you are being entertained by this match. Wonderful stuff that's being dished out by both teams as one just but appreciates what is on display. The talent that is, and again, look at that. She forced her way to make sure she gets a touch. Rutendo Mokori, we spoke about her presence alone on this field. Ball nicely floated by Nomakosi Mpofu. Keeper was beaten. The woodwork coming to the rescue. And Rudo Neshamba with the follow-up. But look at that. Nomakosi Mpofu picks a spot, realizing keeper was slightly in the wrong position. And in an offside position was Neshamba. She will tell you that you need to reorganize. Mbwana not impressed with her defenders. Corner, Yunus Chibanda. Nicely taken. Header. Connected well, but that went over the crossbar. It's been a decent day at the office for Rutendo Makore. Goalkeeper Aisha Mbwana is saying, keep an eye on Rutendo. She certainly is giving me a hassle in this match. All over the park is Rutendo, assisted by Yunus Chibanda. Keeper, who's been on holiday a few seconds, calls for the support, and why not? She's got to operate as a keeper sweeper just to give them the numbers and push the team a lot more forward. Princess, she draws a foul. Guilty party. Agnes Musase. Puyol, I said to you, if you know how he plays, does it mirror? So let's watch Puyol in this match. She comes from behind. Good control. Oh, and a dummy. Rudo Neshamba. Down she goes. She'll be up and about and urged by her teammates to get up and get on with it. This is what we highlighted much earlier, to say one thing in women's football: the ladies get up, dust themselves, and get on with the business. We don't have Oscars awards for the actors that we normally have become accustomed to, but nevertheless, here's Green Buffaloes on the ball. One needs to see a lot more of Lubasi Pumulo, the 18-year-old young little nippy player. Is she overawed by the occasion, showing a bit of braveness? But here's Puyol. She's got 14 caps in the national team with 11 goals, and that speaks to the height that she presents. Puyol, For her club, she's got 25 goals. You're talking about a team that has got goal scorers almost throughout, including the goalkeeper at club level. Everybody seems to enjoy themselves and they know how to put the ball in the back of the net. But they have their work cut out this afternoon. Black Rhinos are saying, we're having none of it. We may not have been active long enough, but we had 6 weeks pre-season to ensure that we are in top condition. And I'm pretty much impressed. When you talk of match fitness and you talk about game fitness, those are two different things. Game management is crucial. Captain, talent, Mandaza's been around, 36 years of age. Player down in the medical team investigating her. As we have a look at the skillful work of Eunice Chimanda, who in actual fact she just went straight into the captain, Joanna Abena. They call her JB, 26-year-old Joanna, with 25 national team appearances. She's got 2 goals. Chibanda says, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. As skillful as she is, Dube, known by her teammates, that's a nickname, Dube. I wonder why. I'll share with you. You stay with us as we give you the 3rd match of this tournament. And they all have one objective, which is to get to Cairo. They want to book that ticket to Cairo. The Women Championship world stage is beckoning. And being the best club on the African continent is another. Who will claim that title? You have in the competition Mamelodi Sundowns. You have in this competition Double Action Sundowns. You have Lesotho Defence Force on the edge of the box. The referee doesn't see anything wrong. You also have Tura Magic from Namibia. We'll get to see them in action. Manzini Wanderers from Eswatini. Those are the teams that are present in this tournament. And Group A has 4 of those. So they will each play an extra match. With 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes on the clock. 0-0 is the scoreline at the King Zwelithini Stadium. Comfortably into the hands of the goalkeeper. We're still working on the issue as technical challenges are present. However, the action is keeping you more intrigued and more glued onto your screen as Agnes Peary is still trying to find a way. Into Agnes Peary, they call her 10-10. She's nippy, but I'll share with you in the second half why they call her 10-10. That's Agnes Peary of Green Buffaloes. And I'm inviting you to stay with me for the duration of this match. We're certainly going to get the goals. It's pretty tight. 9 in total and counting. 2 matches yesterday. 3-0, 6-0. So far, it's pretty tight. And a foul. Referee. Beauty just sending a warning to Agnes Peary. Goalkeeper decides, no, she just wants one player in the wall and gives the thumbs up. Very experienced Aisha Mbwana, quickly taken. In the edge of the box. And hacked away. They've got the numbers defensively. They just leave one player up front. Is Green Buffaloes soaking up the pressure and trying to catch them with the pace that they possess. Agnes forced backwards as Agnes, she'll decide to take her time. Martha Tembo, Memory Mpala is also available, giving her all the time in the world to keep possession. Agnes decides she's taking responsibility, looking for the spaces. Not much is opening up front, forcing the error. Here is Rutendo Makori. She will definitely make her presence felt. Under tremendous pressure is this nippy little player in Agnes Peary. Agnes, she's at it. Agnes Peary is her name. 10-10. She also played for the Bautini United Sports Academy, and she's played 30 games for her club. If you look at these players for Green Buffaloes, they all are very capable. They all are very able. No panic. Sticking to business. Teresa Chewa giving chase. Mujiwa is calm. Brings in talent Mandaza. Mandaza brings in Nomakosi Mpofu. Mpofu goes all the way to Mujiwa. It's won back by the Buffaloes, playing it backwards and very uncharacteristic. Judith Zulu, Zite, as she's known, should be taking the game a lot more forward. Consilia Madonsa looking for support. It doesn't come quick enough. Consilia. She also played for Faith Drive Queens out in Harare, the 27-year-old. Throw in Eunice Chibanda. She's known, Eunice Chibanda, when the team is winning by a very big margin. You get to see the Chibobos, you get to see the Tsamayas, you get to see any trick you want to see in the book. Right now, she's getting on to business. That is Eunice Chibanda. Terminator intercepts. Gone to the right, left-hand side. Oh, Patience Mujuru. Taken out. Another player. I think it's been a hard day at the office for Malin Mulenga. You're looking at Christabel Katona. Being helped up to her feet, Christabel Katona. You know, you recall when you play and you're a defender and you have a player that is troublesome, you have two options. Either you just put a comma and a full stop and maybe sometimes a question mark, just to make sure the player knows that, look, I've got a job to do. To pause the action. Patience Mujuru just looking on, whose husband also plays football. Patience should take the throw in for Black Rhinos. In actual fact, it's a free kick. Referee wants it taken at the right spot, so you've got Mujuru over the ball. Patience. Mujuru, she's got a huge foot, but that ball will just fall short of the intended recipient. They had quite a number of red jerseys in the box. I think both coaches will be very impressed thus far. The captain, Joanna, again, possession given away. Nomakos. She needs to get a little bit more information. Forced backwards as Agnes Piri brings in, and strong running from Malin Mulenga. Here's the Terminator. Good organization. Lovely touch. Forcing away. Nomakos Simpofu. And a throw-in it will be. Pressure mounting on Green Buffaloes. Creeping up the FIFA rankings is Zambia due to their recent feat and efforts at the Tokyo Olympics. Showing some intelligence. That ball, it falls kindly for Rutendo. Oh, she had acres of space, perhaps not really realizing how much of time she had. Christabel Katona, the young Christabel Katona, the 22-year-old. Oh, I can actually feel that pain, the grimace on the ankle. But the pitch, one thing that the players cannot complain about at the Kings Welitini Stadium is really the groundsman. They've done a fantastic job. Look at that strength, And the guilty party there, Christabel Katona, just nibbling on the ankles. Coach Carol Kanyemba looking at her watch, and you know, they don't look very much concerned, and you can see, if you can read that, she's saying just the players coming back a little too much. Perhaps they need to open up to the wings, and when they open up to the wings, that's when you take the pressure off the players that are trying to attack from the middle. So opening up the game also allows you to capitalize and make use of the full pitch of the ground. Lumbasi, Pumulo. Here is Teresa Chewe. Football is a cruel match. With the dominance of Black Rhinos, Green Buffaloes could just snatch one. But one can always, there are teams that understand how to make use of the possession. It's been very, very tight at this moment. Musase. She hasn't stopped running, is Rutendo, the 29-year-old. Good conditioning. Here's the Terminator. That ball nicely floated in the air. And she's asked a little too much from Esther Chama. Esther Chama. Chocks. Throw in Eunice Chibanda. Intercepted by Buffaloes in the midfield. Ricocheting off Agnes Musase. Musase eliminates one. She eliminates two. Judith Zulu. Oh, on the edge of the box and touching the handball. But she knew nothing about it, is Teresa Chewe, who is born in Montero. She also played for Roses. Mulenga, who's born in Kitwe. She wears the number 2 jersey. They call it, you know, in every team you find a joker. And Malin Mulenga is the joker of Green Buffaloes. When the coach can be how serious, she always gets to pull the Mickey out. That's Malin Mulenga, who's on the ball and just laid it off for her teammate. That's the joker. They call her Maddie. I think you can agree with me that she's one of those players that will certainly enjoy her craft. She loves football. She says when she retires, she will be a future coach and learning a lot, already starting with her coaching badges. We are in the last 5 minutes of the first 45, in which coaches will tell you to focus. Coaches will tell you that you got to manage this game very carefully. Fewer mistakes have got to be made, but then the team that really wants it more can just pile on the pressure. We're seeing Green Buffaloes do exactly that. Perhaps they got the signal from the bench to say, look, these are the last 5 minutes of the first half. Let's put the pressure and see whether the focus is still as expected. And having said that, the flag goes on. Cosma Ngumalo, she's one of those referees that will certainly say, I've had a decent day on the field. Cosma Ngumalo has played football for 9 years. She loves the singing. I wonder if she's on the touchline, does she just get a number here and there and hum away as she goes along? Because it can be very lonely down there. It can be very lonely down there, but I guess some great talent. She'll tell you, all I know is to sing enough to make me feel good. Definitely not on idols. She's one of those that will say, the wooden mic will do for me. Terminator. Certainly cautious. Mary Joy Nyaumwe. Jeju still did well to keep the ball, but outnumbered and outfoxed. Terminator's available. She does well to create space for herself. Doesn't put herself under pressure, but having said that, commentator's curse, she then just gives away possession. And trying with all she has to make sure that they try and protect as the throw, the corner. Rutendo Makore. Is a place they call Chegutu. in Zimbabwe. That's where she comes from. And very proud she is of where she comes from. She speaks about it with passion. Lubasi Pumulo. They call her Iniesta. Yeah, these names, very expensive. Iniesta, my Iniesta. She's 18. And Chawana Scorpions will claim her as one of theirs because they have developed her. Just the young 18-year-old. That is, I'm talking about jersey number 20 of Green Buffaloes. Lumbasi Pumulo. They call her Iniesta. Rhinos enjoying possession. Nomakosi Mpofu. Nomakosi finds Patience Mujuru. Mujuru sends a long ball into space, but Agnes Musase just makes sure that she's available to send it through to touchline for a throw-in, and picked up very quickly by Malin Mulenga. Falls kindly again for talent on the edge of the box. Rutendo Makore, but that one is pickpocketed and making a little bit of ground. Some tired legs out there. A moment that they can't wait for to ensure that they hydrate, as it's very important. Pretty humid down here in the KZN province. Amlazi, to be precise. You know, I have to tell you something about this township. Amlazi. It's the only township in the country, and I mean the only township in the country that has its own registration plate. It's NUZ. That is in Amlazi. So you won't get lost. You'll know that that is the one township that can claim that, as the ball ricochets of Rutendo. Touched on the Malin Mulenga. It's a throw-in. Here's a throw-in. They'll take their time. Charisma. 1 minute to be added. Referee's optional time as the board gets ready down at the touchline. Our fourth official in Debeleng, Teresa Sekota of Lesotho. Teresa Sekota of Lesotho is indicating to referee Beauty that she just wants 1 minute, and I can agree with her. The game has been free-flowing. There hasn't been many injuries, and played in a very, very good spirit as well. Very strong though, but it's been a very, very clean game. Rutendo Makore. Oh, and coming out from like lightning, Esther Chama, the 24-year-old Chalks. Referee Beauty Itumeleng of Botswana blows a whistle. Player just went down. It looks like Agnes Musase that just went down. But she's holding her ankle. We will confirm. No, it's Malin Mulenga, the 21-year-old. Oh, she is in a lot of pain, Mulenga. And that's the reason why. Oh, Do we get to see the first yellow card? Do we get to see the first yellow card? Questions will be asked. Malin Mulenga will say, please protect me, Miss Ref. And here she is. She agrees with me. She's asking the question, Ref, oh, please, man, just protect me. And Beauty says, listen, I'm in charge. You're not going to tell me what to do. But nevertheless, let's get on with it. Esther Chama. And losing out, taking an eye off a ball is Judith Zulu. And, some hard and strong running from Agnes Musase. This time, referee brings an end and says, you deserve a break. It's been a hard-fought 45 minutes. Aisha Mbawa, the 28-year-old goalkeeper, worked hard in goal. So did Rutendo Makori, who's been very, very lively. Agnes Musasa has been given a decent day at the office defensively, communicating with Memory Tanga. It's been one of those matches where you really can't separate the two sides, and the scoreline will tell you and agree exactly with the performance on the field. Very nicely done as the Green Buffaloes head out of the pitch in a wonderful straight line. We confirm the scoreline from the Kings Welitini Stadium as Green Buffaloes nil, Black Rhinos of Zimbabwe nil. Here are the highlights of the first 45 minutes. Early warning signs and a very early corner that was given away, and the guilty party Agnes Musase was very much instrumental in that. Pressure from Rudo Neshamba in that half. Again, it was Charisma who was at it. She ensured she releases Concelia Madonsa. Keeper came out, made a brilliant save. Rutendo hoping that she could just give a bicycle kick, but it didn't work out, and nicely tidied up there. Again, hard work from Concelia Madonsa, and that wasn't to be. More action will follow up, and that is in the second 45. But right now, as we look at all the thrills and the spill, it was a free kick that was taken by Nomakosi and hitting the woodwork, making sure that the goal was intact. Aisha Mbwana was spurred on. We've had some wonderful, wonderful refereeing in this match thus far. That woodwork made the difference. It saved the day for Green Buffaloes. And let's have a look at the statistics. Very close in the possession stats. You're looking at the goal attempts. It speaks and aligning itself with the dominance of Black Rhinos. And the foul count, 15 in total. And when you look at the offsides, 5 in total and 4 corners in this entire match. Let us go down to Miss Sigidi, who will give us her views of the first 45 minutes.
Durban is missing you. Let's take this time to recharge. Durban is waiting to welcome you after lockdown. Be energized by the ocean, beach and bush. Discover Durban's adventures and tranquility. Play on the promenade and put the fun back in your life. Enjoy a township experience. Do the Inanda Heritage Trail. Explore Durban's cultural diversity. Stay at home and plan to create new memories. Visit Durban online. Durban's warm hospitality awaits you.
Thank you so much from our commentator extraordinaire, Mr. Gloria Brown, and certainly it is even Stevens here for our first match of the day. I am pitch side now with the KZN Football Association chairman, Gwenza Gwake Ngwenya. He of course is the chairperson. Baba Sawubona, thank you so much for your time. It is our second day of the COSAFA Women's Champions League. I don't know if you've seen some of the football. Just your thoughts on Durban hosting this tournament.
Yes, as KwaZulu-Natal, we are very happy and very excited about this tournament. More especially, it came at the right time where it's a Women's Month, so women's are in action, and the kind of football you can see that our girls are playing. In SAFA, we try by all means to develop women and make sure that they are given equal chances as the men. Yes.
Speaking of support from SAFA, you of course are the chairperson of the KZN FA. How are you supporting women's football in your province?
In my province, we support women's football in such a way that I can tell you that a week ago, we had a D license course for only women. We trained 30 women for D license, and as of now, as we are having this tournament here, COSAFA tournament, we are also going to have another D license for only women, 30 again. So that alone shows that in this short space of time, we are going to have 60 coaches trained. And that will be not the first coaches trained in women. We have many more that were trained before. So we are working very hard. We are making sure that we look after our women's football and we develop them.
And one thing I've noticed is that even our officials are women in this tournament. So that already speaks about some of the progress that the FA has made in not just developing coaches, but referees as well, match officials.
Correct, you are quite correct. We made it a point that even people who are working here, 98% are women. Yes, there are very few men like you are talking to me, but 98% are women. More than training the coaches, we are going to have another course, administration course. We will be training women also. We said all our regions here in KZN, we have got 11 regions. So each region will bring 2 women who are in their regional executive. We call it REC. So they will come for an administration training. So we are trying by all means to equip our women because from SAFA National, our president, Dr. Denny Jordan, is always telling us that he wants to see us making sure that we equip our women. Since even in our constitution, SAFA instructed all regions that in our RECs there must be a woman. If he's not a regional president, but amongst the deputies, it's a must that there must be a woman.
Siyabonga, Baba. Thank you.
Is 0-0. It is the Green Buffaloes from Zambia that are up against Black Rhino Queens of Zimbabwe. There has been some interesting action, more so from the Black Rhinos, who dominated possession in the first 45 minutes by 52%. Although with their dominance, they also got to hit the woodwork, and that was pretty much early in the match. We are in the second half, no changes made by either coach. Talking about Kudwa Mutuvi, that is the coach of the Black Rhino Queens, and Carol Kanyemba of the Green Buffaloes. They have indicated that the fact that the players have played to a very close draw in the first 45, there's no reason to make a change. Playing with the back, with the wind to their backs is Green Buffaloes. They are in the green uniform, and Black Rhinos are in red and white. Referee spotting the foul, and just making sure that players are protected. Under pressure, forced to go to goalkeeper Precious Mundiwa. Eunice Chimanda, the 28-year-old, beaten to the ball. Agnes Tumbare is Concilia Madonza. It's a throw-in for Buffaloes. The Black Rhino Queens, rather. Green Buffaloes certainly got a tongue lashing in the break. Coach expecting a lot more from his players, display a lot more aggression, but it is very difficult as the Queens of Zimbabwe are making sure that life is not as simple. Buffaloes with an opportunity, and keeper is very quick to assess the danger, got off the line very quickly. Rhinos, lovely 1-2 that is being played out to the left-hand side, looking for the pace up front, as Concilia will make sure that she uses this mistake made defensively, but quick recovery. Come out to the left-hand side to Eunice Chibanda on the edge of the box, but it's the Green Buffaloes. Teresa Chewe, Joanna Benai, captain. Here's a chance. This is the opening goalkeeper. Excellent reading of the game as Aisha Mwana comes out and smothers that ball. Former Lisa Girls and Kalush Blue Angels keeper, sharing her experience with Green Buffaloes, showing some strength. Talent Mandaza, captain. That ball would have been excellent. Look at that skill. She onside, Rudo giving chase. Again, comfortably into the hands of Mbawana. Keeper, the referee allowing the game to flow, and then the offside flag goes up. Eliza Shingida, Uzuza City, the flag goes up. That is our referee, our lines. Eunice Chibanda, 28-year-old, centre back. Talent Mandaza, Charisma, Noma Kosi Mpofu. That ball just ricocheting. There's not too many numbers to aim for in the box. They're being outnumbered, they're being outfoxed defensively. That is the Green Buffaloes. A number of the players are staying behind to try and defend. They do realize there is a threat from this lady, Ritendo Makore. Throwing some caution to the wind. Agnes Musase, the 24-year-old from Solweni Academy, showing her strength. Rutendo Makore. And Agnes Musase. Very nippy player is Agnes Musase. And this throw in. It's Patience Mujuru to take the throw in. That goes as far as Talent Mandaza. Hacked away. Needing to use the lanky frame of Estal. Just using a strength. Here's an opportunity for Rhinos if played correctly. There's acres of space on the far right hand side and available to, that is Concelia Mendoza, and the player goes down. And, it looks like Piri was really the guilty party. They sandwiched Piri as well as Musase. As Piri, she was just pushed in the back by Pumulo, who seemed a little over eager. They're wasting my time. Keeper to protect her goal mouth. It's in the air, and that could have gone anywhere, and the corner is given. It's certainly an issue defensively for Green Buffaloes, and the goalkeeper there, we're seeing Agnes Musase being forced to defend a lot more than one was expecting. Instead of using her explosiveness down the wings, Eunice Chibanda, she's really been a live wires. Eunice Chibanda, quality ball, but a header away. That just takes the pressure. It falls kindly for Nomakosi. Nomakosi sends it to the left-hand side. Charisma brings it back in. It's on the edge of the box. Terminator, she hacks it forward and says, if you like, you can follow that through. Rhinos on the ball, showing some good skill. Out to the right, Chibanda's available, and she takes a shot. Why not? There hasn't been that much problems for either goalkeeper. No clear-cut chances that have fallen for either side. Not much to give. You know, when they talk of misers, Mary Joy, they talk of these two teams. Nobody wants to give away. Nobody wants to make that mistake. It's a clean game thus far. We're used to seeing plenty goals. Oh, huffing and puffing by Piri. 10-10. Throw in. Patience at Mujuru. Oh, that's a lovely 1-2 out to the left. Eliminating one, but there's plenty numbers. Memory. This does well. They call her the landlord. Memory. So you're going to pay rent. Strength. And asking the referee, look, this is a contact sport. Allow me. Rutendo is asking, what more should I do? You look at that. She's adjudged to have used the hand to control that. It's the hand. And Joanna looking on and looking a little bit bemused, but remember that the referee's decision is final. Nomakosi come to the right hand side, looking for Concelia. Concelia's available. Picks her head up. There's Terminator. Does well to get it away from Concelia, but then she just runs out of room, not having the presence of mind to check which position on the pitch she's at. The referee wants the throw-in taken in the correct spot. Eunice obliges. Rudo, Nishamba. It's one in the air. Pumulo. There's Charisma. She's on the ball, Mpofu. Terminator. Sending that ball and looking for the pace of Chewe. Instead, it's Tumbare who tidies up. Martha Tembo, the 23-year-old, born in Lusaka. She takes a throw in. Well, I call her the Terminator. That is her nickname. Busy day for Eunice. Still no changes. Eunice wins the header. Tembo tidies up. Onside is Esther R. That was pretty close. That was pretty close. Yeah. But Eliza Sichinga says it's spot on. First change. Rudo Neshamba gives way. Rudo Neshamba had a decent day, the guru. And in comes jersey number 10. Jersey number 10, that is of Black Rhinos, Mavis Chirandu. Mavis Chirandu, she comes on. Mavis Chirandu comes on for Rudo Nishamba. Chirandu, who's just come on. Born in Bindura. They call her Divante. Yeah, Mavis Chirandu, they call her Divante. Ha, Mavis. Well, you'll remember the music group. Was it Divante or Avante? Avante. Ha. Well, she's Divante. She's the diva of the group. That's how much she likes it. But nevertheless, let's have a look at the Rhinos. Skinning on the left-hand side. That pace certainly problematic. Agnes Musase looks on and says, you know, you can see she's had a torrid day. You can see that she's been put under the cosh. The pressure and the pace are absolutely worrying from Christabel Katona. She falls flat on her back. Christabel really has got the speed that you need for a winger. Christabel. It's a corner. Mavis Chirandu takes it. Oh, header! Wow! Goalkeeper saw nothing. Goalkeeper saw nothing. It is a Black Rhinos who gets onto the score sheet, and that just makes sure that they put pay to the efforts and the pressure that they've been mounting from the very first half. It was a decent ball. It hung in the air. And getting a good header. Mary Joy brings joy to the Black Rhino Queens. Mary Joy Nyawembe of Black Rhinos. She gets the goal, Mary Joy. She brings joy to the side that have been battling it out and fighting for everything on offer. Mary Joy, the 34-year-old Mary Joy. Jeju registers her name on the score sheet. Could we now see an avalanche of goals? It's been pretty tight, just what the doctor ordered. Mary Joy, she was pretty quiet in the first 45. She had to get a tongue lashing in the break to really spur her on, get her out of her shell. And the keeper could do nothing about that quality. On the first pole, right where the keeper was, is where she aimed for that. Mary Joy. Very, very difficult to defend against. But then one's got to look at the quality service that came in. The corner, Mavis Chirandu. Yeah, is Martha Tembo. Martha Tembo trying to take a shot from distance. And keeper will hold on to that. Releases Chibanda, Martha Tembo. She's pickpocketed. And Eunice Chibanda gets hold of it. It's a throw-in. Tembo to take the throw-in. And throw-in it will be. The last touch was off a green shirt. Looks like Agnes Musase. Eunice. Eunice. She hoofs it forward in search of Rutendo. The first change doesn't really call for a response from Green Buffaloes. They still believe in the plan. Rutendo. And referee doesn't like what she sees. A foul on Martha Tembo. Let's have a look. Foot up. Very dangerous play as Martha Tembo comes out worse for wear. The 23-year-old Terminator. She has scored over 200 goals for her club. Tembo has been part of the team that started with Green Buffaloes. Keeper comes out, gets a touch to it, and is way out of her position. But again, support play. They tidy up, and that's when you look for your soldiers and you look for your teammates and say, when I go out to protect the goal mouth, I need protection as well. Oh, it's a little bit untidy in the middle of the park, but nevertheless, here's Teresa Chewe, the maestro. Green Buffaloes, safety first, making sure the cross does not come in. And Talent Mandaza experienced enough to protect that cross from coming in, which could trouble the goalkeeper. Mandaza. And coming from an offside position, the flag goes up. Offside call, Esther Charmer. Just could have held her run, Esther, just a little more. Chocks, who used to play for Kafur Cranes, and she's just got over 40 caps for the national team. The Zambian team leads by example. Very, very experienced players. When you talk of players like Musase, you talk of players like Terminator, as well as Judith Zulu. These are players with national team experience. Chewe, another one of those. Mulenga also comes to mind. And keeper showing. And Black Rhinos is really looking for some fresh legs. Well, please do accept our apologies. We are still struggling. Here's the sub. Black Rhinos. Concelia Madosa is the player to give way, and her place is being taken by Privilege Mupeti. Privilege Mupeti. Privilege Mupeti comes on for Concelia Madosa. It's a like for like. Here's a goalkeeper, Maturi. Positioning is excellent. The movement of the feet is excellent. Goalkeeper watching that angle. Rutendo Makore. Makore. Oh, and Makore did well to stay on side. Losing out as Esther Chama. Playing backwards. Showing a bit of skill. Esther Chama. A lovely turn. Here's Teresa Chewe. Oh, and good cover defense. Talent Mandaza was called to come back and help defensively. And, warning signs there. Teresa Chewe, maestro. Mandaza showing her experience. She does everything with calm. 66 minutes on the clock. 1-0 in favor of Black Rhino Queens from Zimbabwe. We do take this moment to apologize to all our viewers for the graphics. We are experiencing a few challenges, and the technicians are working on the problem. Musase, Zulu, switch and play. Privilege Mupeti, come on. And another one of the fresh feet, the fresh legs, Mavis Chirandu. Gone out to the right-hand side where Maylin Mulenga is operating. 2 changes made by Black Rhino Queens. This still hasn't received a reaction from the Green Buffaloes. Agnes Dumbare, she wants the players to restore calm with 67, 68 minutes on the clock. There's still plenty of time to play for. That will be very easy pickings for the goalkeeper. Very, very easy. Judith Zulu, Green Buffaloes, former Busasa Queens and Indeni Roses players with 35. National cap. Rhinos. They've got to respond. 2 changes have got to get a response. Buffaloes have their backs against the wall. Referee blowing a whistle, and the referee just spotting the change.
Number 16 out,
Joanna Benai, the captain, is being sacrificed. Joanna Benai being sacrificed, and in comes Shelly Masumo. Shelly Masumo is the player coming on for Green Buffaloes. Shelly Masumo, Green Buffaloes, Shelly Masumo. She also played for Bauleni United Sports Academy, and in the national team. In 5 matches, she scored 6 goals. And we're looking at another goal scorer being brought on. They definitely need an offensive-minded player to try and salvage this match. They do call her De Bruyne. That is Shelly Musumo, who's just made her way onto the park for Green Buffaloes. She'll come and fit into the midfield, into that space that's being left or being exploited by the Black Rhinos. 2 changes made, and Shelly has just come on for Green Buffaloes with a lot of pressure on her shoulders, expected to change the complexion of this match. Shelly. Saving the corner, but then gives away possession. Oh, here's a moment that we've been waiting for, but the keeper looking very strong, looking very committed. Oh, and it's a long ball. Doesn't get over the line, but does find a teammate. Helped on by Nomakosi Mpofu. Here's Rutendo Makori. It's been a live wire, is Rutendo Makori. Winning possession, Mavis Chirandu. And Martha Tembo just taking her eye off the ball momentarily. Memory Ntala. Ntala finds Piri. Piri picks her head up in search of Teresa Chewe. Chewe on the ball, but it's Yunus Chibanda who has the last say. Captain, my captain, Talent Mandaza. Talent Mandaza. This is the experience you call upon. The coach on the field that leads from by example. Talent Mandaza. She has a niece who plays football as well as Talent. I wonder if she's anything as good as Talent. very, very talented is Talent Mandaza. 2017, setting the COSAFA scene alight. Talent Mandaza's been one of those players that you can't really write off. Martha Tembo with the hands on the hip. Malin Mulenga, offside flag goes up. We really got to give a thumbs up to our volunteers who make this tournament complete. Without them, it's really a struggle. Patience, Mujuru. The Green Buffaloes, who have learned that they've got to put the ball down very quickly with the wind. It seems to have subsided here in the second half. Privilege continued her run. She needs the numbers. You can see they're very slow in making those runs into the box. Rutendo Makori guilty on that occasion. Agnes Musasa's been given the captain's armband. And this after Joanna was substituted by Shirley. Oh, manna from heaven! Snap, crackle and pop! Beautiful effort made. It's Christabel Katona makes it 2-0. Christabel Katona. She was left unmarked, the 22-year-old junior. There's nothing junior about the way she finished that. Christabel Katona. Oh, that ball coming from jersey number 10, the Mavis Chirandu. But look at that quality. Katona benefiting from a mistake in that defense to make it 2-0. Oh, beautiful work by the Black Rhino Queens from Zimbabwe. A smile on the face. Ah, that celebration tells it all. That celebration tells it all. Is this the junior Ronaldo? Katona gets on the score sheet. Mary Joy started this joy. And here they are. 2 goals to the goods. Taken to the cleaners. Christabel Katona. Mary Joy Nyaume. With the back against the wall. Brings in Rutendo Makore. This could spark another change, perhaps for Green Buffaloes. Shirley Masumu's come on. Enjoying themselves out in the park. Lovely conditions. Eunice Chibanda. Throw in. Taken by Martha Tembo. Born in Lusaka is Martha Tembo. Keeper does a good job of just leaving that for Keeper Precious, just leaves that for Chibanda. Intercepted by Shelley. Hacked away forward, and Martha Tembo has to tidy up. Here's Rutendo. She does deserve something. Keeper. It's not a back pass. That's not a back pass. And that's why the referee didn't blow the whistle. Rutendo Makore. Here was the cross. It was a decent one. And that ball just ricocheting off Piri. And comfortably into the hands of the goalkeeper, who was very alert. She's let in 2 goals in this match. The goal tally in this tournament creeps up to 11. 2-0 is the scoreline from the Kingswell Latini Stadium. Second half not as pacey as the first one. Playing a bit of chess, looking for the errors, drawing those errors. Tembo, the Terminator, giving chase. And keeper gets a touch, gives away the corner. She gives a thumbs up. Precious Mudiwa, naughty on that occasion. And her defense not too happy that ball, as you have a look at it. That was a teasing one, got two hands to it. Precious Mundi, I think, slightly misjudged the flight of that ball. It's a corner. Malin Mulenga to take the corner. It's a short one, but guilty of immediately losing possession to the Black Rhino Queens. Oh, that's lovely work. Those, what do they call them? Happy feet. Happy feet. Privilege. And that ball just having run out of the touchline. It allows the Green Buffaloes to push the numbers forward. Actual fact, it's a free kick that the referee has given. Green Buffaloes need to get the green shirts in the box, guilty of not sending that many ladies up front to attack the balls when they get the supply. This earns them a corner. Last touch off the Black Rhino Queens. Malin Mulenga given the responsibility. Got to guard against the wind. Keeper is alert. Precious will make sure that she organizes defensively. They've got 5, 6 red shirts. Keeper doesn't need any of them. Comfortably reaches out. Goal scorer, Christabel Katona, finds Rutendo Makore. She's really put her hand up. One of the few players that has put her hand up for Lady of the Match. A very strong shout indeed. Rutendo Makore. You also got Christabel Katona. And not forgetting Talent Mandaza, who's easily, calmly got. That was a goal-saving tackle. That was a goal-saving tackle. And Lumbasi Pumulo made sure that she was on with the money. Have a look at this. Coming from nowhere, gets a touch. Agnes Tumbare. Oh, and you can see the frustration by Lumbasi. She says, I was almost there, coach. I was almost trying to wiggle away on the edge of the box. Goal scorer, Christabel, expected to also come in and help defensively. That ball just skidding off the boot of Agnes Tumbare with a smile on the face. Agnes Tembo. Easy for the goalkeeper. It's a long throw with acres of space. Dispossessed. Can they put your name on the score sheet? And Esther Chama doesn't have the power that she needs to beat a very, very strong Precious Mundiwa. Yeah, he's Queens. It's a throw-in.
Substitution, Green Buffaloes.
There's a change happening.
Jersey number 8.
There's a change happening. Esther Chama gives way, and in comes Loveness Mulenga. Jersey number 17. Now Loveness, who's born in Lusaka, she also played for Lisa Girls and Green Eagles. This is a player that is also one of those to look forward to in time to come. Loveness Mulenga is just 19 years of age, and she's come on to give the fresh legs and maybe to put pressure on that defense. Loveness Mulenga has just come on, but it is the Rhino Queens that will win the corner. Loveness Mulenga. Anyway, here's the Mavis. It's headed away. As far as Privilege Mupeta, she'll keep it in play. She sells a dummy. She needs to cross it through. Instead, it's Green Buffaloes who do enough to get it away from the danger area. And a lovely touch by Lubasi. But again, I'm sure Green Buffaloes are asking, what more can we do, coach? It's just been wave after wave. Chibanda on the ball. Chibanda. She has, for company, memory. Oh, yes, Charisma. Chibanda on the ball. Taking their time. Chirandu. Chirandu goes all the way to the center circle where she finds Captain Mandaza. Mandaza changing play to the left-hand side, trying to create a bit of balance and to keep the defense guessing, stretching and opening up the match, using the full pitch to great advantage. Look at that turn. Rutendo Makori. She needs the support, does find... she sees Privilege, but doesn't get that ball to her. Agnes Musase. Privilege Mupeto with the throw-in. Mary Joy. Mupeta. That looks like a corner for the efforts. Privilege. Peti. It's a corner. Tumbare is in the area. So is Katore. Katona is there. Keeper would have the last say. Aisha Mbwana. Lumbasi. Iniesta. Keeper spotting her teammate with acres of space, but guilty of just giving away possession. She really wanted to turn it around very quickly. Lumbasi Pumulo in the midfield. Teresa Chewe, the midfield maestro. Marta Tembo trying to get it over the top, but most of the players were in an offside position. Iniesta giving chaser. She's fighting for it. The young 18-year-old Iniesta. And for Black Rhinos, anywhere will do. There are 2 goals to the good. Mary Joy as well as Christabel Katona. Keeper. And giving away the possession to giving away a corner. Agnes Tumbare from Mashwingo. She's really been a live wire. So Agnes Tumbare. Privilege Mupeti. She looks a little bit mischievous as Privilege Eunice Chibanda. Much more serious player. Tembo. Coming from a blind side. Keeper was very quick to spot that, and there was also the flag that went up very quickly. There's calm. Nomako Simpofu just filling that space in the midfield. Really a presence is quite dominating. Privilege. Eunice Chimanda. Tembo.
Substitution, Black Rhinos.
A change for Black Rhinos, the third change for the Black Rhinos. Felistas. Felistas is the player getting ready to come on. Eunice Chibanda has given a good day at the office. Felistas Musongondi is the player who's come on for the Black Rhinos Queen. And Felistas is just to shore the defense. They've got the 2 goals. They don't need to do anything fancy. Felistas Musongondi. She's from Mashwingo, out in Zimbabwe. Away by the little maestro Iniesta. She's really been responsible for quite a few of the moves in the Green Buffaloes, but not getting equal support. 87 minutes to go. Referee's optional time also looming. 2-0 to the goods, back against the wall. And Agnes Tumbarik says, Mr. Director, can you fast forward the clock? 2 goals to the good. Can we just get done with it? But look, referee Beauty will say, we're having none of that on this particular day. Let's just make sure that 90 minutes is played plus referee's optional time. Has been a clean match. There's not been that many stoppages. Loveness Shirley came on, and so did Felicitas. Mzongondi. Zimbabwean have got some beautiful names. Talent. Mandaza, who has a niece that plays football, and she says, look, I'm the coach, I coach her because my playing journey is almost coming to an end, and will definitely want to retire in another. She says she's got about 3 seasons in her. Is Talent Mandaza. She's 36 years of age. Talent Mandaza. Talent. Black Rhinos. Oh, they really distributing very well and sharing that ball as a team, and one pops up on the left, the other pops up on the right, and they've really made it look so simple. Header away, but it just comes back yet again. Winning that in the air as Agnes Tumbare. It's a throw in for Green Buffaloes. Here's Talent Mandaza, the captain. She's 36 years of age, has got a niece also playing football, and she says she will be the future coach of Black Rhino Queens in years to come. She's got 3 seasons in her, and will definitely make sure that she contributes immensely. Well-respected player out in Zimbabwe. She's really served her nation with great distinction. Talent Mandaza. You know, when you walk with your shoulders very high, Talent Mandaza doesn't need to say anything, given that respect, to carry the armband. You're looking at the young up-and-coming players as well. Katona, you're looking at Nomakosi. You're looking at the 23-year-old Precious Black Rhinos. And when you go back to the football in Zimbabwe, 4 teams were promoted. Barrow Jets from the southern region, to Quincy Academy from the eastern region, and the team from the northern side is still waiting to submit who will represent the team as they make the promotion into the senior side. Chipembere Queens from the central region also gets promoted.
Additional time, 2 minutes.
And, football in Harare in Zimbabwe certainly going in the right direction, but absolutely impressive with football out in Zambia. You're talking about 10 provinces, okay? Let's do the maths. Don't say I'm giving you work. Let's do the maths. 10 provinces that have an average teams of 14 per province. And you're talking about how many players? Well, it is a teaser. You'll give me the answer. But that talks about the football out in Zambia looking very healthy. And one can only but congratulate all the officials that are, and all the administrators involved in getting the game to the level that it is. We would also want to say congratulations to them for their recent feat out at the Tokyo Olympics. And I'm sure on your lips, you would remember that name, Barbara Banda. She has certainly got everyone talking, scoring a double hat-trick at the Olympics. Barbara Banda. She also has a foundation, Barbara Banda, and also has a Challenge Cup that the teams play out in Zambia. It is the first edition in 2021, and you guess who won that edition of the Barbara Banda Foundation Women's Challenge in 2021. The first edition. It was 2 groups of teams that played in that competition. Kwazi Queens, Yolando Foundation, All Stars, and Pataki were some of those teams that played in that tournament. Green Buffaloes, Busa Queens, and Yassa Queens were also part of that competition. And I can assure you, Green Buffaloes are mean, and they have dominated football in the region. Green Buffaloes, they are in this tournament, not by chance. Keeper comes out. And there's so much of respect shown between these two teams as the referee brings an end to 90 minutes. And Black Rhino Queens coming out tops by 2 goals to 0. Talent Mandaza absolutely instrumental, leading from the back. They gave it everything they have. Martha Temba trying, Memory as well. Agnes Musase fought with everything that they had. Maylin Mulenga and Teresa Chewe. But it wasn't to be. As we look at the goals and the highlights of this match, it was the very first goal coming from a set piece, capitalizing as Mary Joy Nyaume, who was unchallenged in the box, and made sure that she beat keeper Precious on the far post. That was the very, very first goal in this match of Black Rhinos. Mary Joy Jeju, as she's known, on the first pole, where the keeper unfortunately couldn't do much. The next one was a team effort as well, and an error in that box, and that gave Christabel Katona an opportunity to also register her name. But it was wonderful work by Privilege Mpeto, who had just made an entry into the matchup to deliver the quality cross. A mistake in the box by Temo, and needed no second invitation, was Christabel Katona. That brings an end to this match as we have a look at the stats. Dominance 55% by Black Rhinos, 45% for Green Buffaloes. They really had their backs against the wall. And you're looking at the corner count, when you're looking at 9 of them, and massive dominance by Black Rhinos. We will look at this and then get an opportunity to go down to Mbali with the formalities and interviewing the player of the match, as well as the coaches that will give us those views after the 90 minutes. So Mbali Sigiti will take us through the rest of the proceedings.
Thank you so much. I am pitch side, of course, with our player of the match. That is, of course, Rutendo Magore. Big congratulations to you. This is exactly how the team wanted to start today.
Thank you very much.
Talk to me through today's victory.
Ndinongo pakutenda kune ma-players ese Black Rhino Queens technical team and executive ne-support yawo, including all the players va participate muzuva ranhasi. And this game I'm just dedicating to those vamwe ma-players edu ari kuZimbabwe nevamwe vakabatwawo neCOVID. Ndichingoti this game I just give you to you. Tatambira imimi vasikana vedu veku-Black Rhino Queens vari kumba nevacho vari muquarantine.
How difficult was it to get into match fitness? Because in Zimbabwe, I understand you haven't had a league in almost 2 years.
Yeah, and this also, but ndinongotiwo as my players agara achingo work hard, even tiri kumba, we were just playing around my games so zvekuti tingogara tiri fit because we were preparing for this tournament.
And of course, it's not over, but what kind of confidence do you get from this going into the next game?
Ndingongoti confidence yatinayo ndeyekuti we are one. Tinoshanda pamwe chete ende tinofamba tiri one, kubva ku-technical kubva ku-executive tinofamba tiri one. So that oneness ndo ichatisvitsa kumberi kwatiri kuenda.
Thank you so much, Utendo. Big congratulations to you. That is our player of the match, and she is all smiles. And you know, for people who don't know or not privy to information, Zimbabwe has not had a women's league in almost 2 years, and so for them to walk out with such a massive victory today is absolutely big for the team. And of course, now I am joined by the Green Buffaloes coach, Carol Kanyemba. Coach, not the result you're hoping to get?
Definitely not the result we're hoping to get.
Just talk me through that game.
Wow. I'm pretty sure we tried our best in defense because most of the goals were conceded through set pieces. Our defenders did their very best during the game, but up front we were very blunt. We had opportunities that we failed to utilize. Our friends had few chances which they utilized. So from this game we've learned a lot, and there are a lot of coaching moments that we're going back to our drawing board to work on those things that we missed out.
Do you feel that the wind also played a bit of a factor against you today?
Definitely the wind played a fact, but it can't be an excuse because both goals that were scored by our team were scored against the wind. So if we had an advantage of the wind, we're supposed to score. So that can't be an excuse.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so, Coach, what are some of those? Because the great thing about seeing the first game is that you can see the weaknesses, the gaps, and what to work on going into the next game. What are some of those things that you're going to tighten going into the next game?
Going to the next game, we really have to work on our striking force because we wasted a lot of chances that we had and we're too shy on the goal. So that's our greatest weakness at the moment. And also our set pieces. We had a lot of corners, but we failed to utilize from them. Our friends had one corner and one free kick, one throw in, which they turned into goals. So we have to work on those set pieces and also the chances that we have up front and make sure that they count.
And Coach, I mean, I understand that with a lot of the teams as well, they haven't had a domestic league, but in Zambia, you recently just started yours. A bit of a boost coming into this tournament in terms of match fitness and game readiness?
Game fitness, like our club wasn't playing because of the Tokyo tournament. The games were on standstill, so we're just training. So the match fitness wasn't really there. So it really played a very important role, knowing that we're just training. We didn't have competition to that level. So we wish that the games can start playing full time so that our girls can be physically fit and the entertainment can really be at a different level.
Thank you so much, Coach. All the best for your next encounter.
Thank you very much.
That is, of course, the coach of Green Buffaloes, Coach Carol Kanyemba, and saying that, look, you know, the team did the whole Tokyo Olympics. It did hamper the team just a bit, but it's no excuse going into the next encounter. And I'm joined now by the coach of the winning side. Coach, you should be all smiles today.
Sure.
You executed, you got the 3 points. Just tell us how you saw that 90 minutes today.
For the first 15 minutes, we were a bit jittery, but we settled from there and we start to play our normal game. Of course, there are some aspects of football which I was not happy with. We need maybe to rectify. Of course, in a tournament, what we need is 3 points, especially in group stages, so that we can proceed to the knockout stages. But otherwise, I'm happy because we've collected the maximum points on the first game.
What was that weakness that you saw in terms of the Green Buffaloes? Because the coach was saying, look, our strikers were quite flat and they struggled up front. What is it that you saw in terms of some of those weaknesses that Green Buffalo had today? Because you capitalized very nicely on them.
I think they use a 1-4-4-3 formation, of which they are wide players. They were not so effective. And then we try to use our fullbacks to utilize the space which they were leaving behind. But they were good. They played good. They've got their own chances, but they failed to utilize. We only have 2 chances and we scored. That was the difference.
And coach, just on a personal note, we know that it's been obviously difficult with COVID-19 back in ZIM, and the teams and the local teams not playing as well. How difficult was it to assemble this team and get them ready for this tournament?
To be frank with you, it was very difficult because we last kicked the ball in 2019 because of COVID. No sporting activity was allowed, and we only have an exemption for us to train 3 weeks back. And we all along we've been doing virtual trainings, individual training programs. Group trainings only started 3 weeks back, and it was very difficult. If you look closely, the game fitness, match fitness was not at that level. Yeah.
Thank you so much, coach. All the best in your next game.
Thank you very much.
And that is how we leave things for today. So these are the results thus far in the past 2 days. Double action ladies 3-0, Mamory Sundowns 6, and then Black Rhinos registering a massive victory today. 2-0 goes to them over Green Buffaloes. And now Coach Carol already saying that, you know what, they were a bit hampered because of their team going to the Tokyo Olympics. And we saw already one of their players being substituted during the
Cruising along the banks of St. Lucia with the hippos.
Hey Gail, 5-star resorts and spas on Nottingham Road, KZN Midlands. Here we come.
I'm getting all pumped up in my 4x4 up Sani Pass.
We are so looking to the KZN skies with some hot air balloon action overlooking Giant's Castle. What could be better?
Sengiyazibona, wevad, riding off into the sunset for a safari adventure with the Big Five at ZIM27 Park, especially to see the Rhino.
KZN is yours to discover.
See it. Believe it.